You know, sometimes something good will happen, but instead of feeling great, your mind will start to bully you. It will say things like, if this counts as a win, I must be a complete loser. That's it. Is this what I had been fighting for? How pathetic must my life be if that small thing already makes me happy? What we want to avoid is a situation where we do everything right and then something good happens and we win. But then our mind turns against us and bullies us for winning, such that a victory turns into a net loss because we get more negative emotion out of winning than we would get positive. That's what we want to fight against. And there are two methods that I know that have been incredibly effective. The first method is to replace those kind of judgmental thoughts with "and that's okay." Let me give you the 3 examples that I started this video with. The first one, you replace "if this counts as a win, I must be a complete loser" with "this is a very small victory and that is okay." You replace "that's it, is this what I had been fighting for?" with "winning didn't bring me as much joy as I had anticipated, and that's okay." You replace "how pathetic must my life be if that small thing already makes me happy" with "that small thing makes me happy, and that's okay." You see, you can change the brain in 2 ways. The first one is through repetition. The second one is through intensity. Because usually those kinds of judgmental thoughts aren't very intense, we need to get rid of them using repetition. And so when you repeat "and that's okay, and that's okay, and that's okay" over and over again, those judgments simply won't have enough space to occur. Like, you can't think 2 thoughts in parallel. And so when you simply, due to the fact that you are replacing those thoughts with "and that's okay," they simply have less space. But also, when you get used to leaving out that judgment part and replacing it with "and that's okay," which "and that's okay" is a judgment, so you can replace them. When you get used to doing so, you automatically learn to have thoughts that have this built in. So you will start to have fewer thoughts that go like, "I am a loser, but this is a small victory, and that's okay." The second way to reduce those kinds of thoughts is to shut them down by insulting them. You know, I'm a bit of a people pleaser. And so for the majority of my life, I used to engage with all of my thoughts. Whenever a thought occurred, I used to think to myself, is that right? Is that wrong? When is it right? When is it wrong? How much does it apply? How much doesn't it apply? And you know, but the thing is, most of these thoughts are just here to bully you. And so when you try to take them seriously, you actually kind of start to bully yourself. So whenever I get excessive negative thoughts, I just say, "fuck you." So when I get thoughts like, "if this counts as a win, I must be a complete loser," I just say, "fuck you." I accept that this was a small win, and that's okay. So you can combine both methods, and the more you combine them, the more effective your results is going to be. And when you do this for like a month, maybe 2 months, coupled with meditation, of course, you will be able to get rid of those thoughts basically completely. But this is not the full picture, you know? The mediocre YouTubers would say that you just have to get rid of your negative thoughts. But the thing is, the negative thoughts often exist for a reason. And so ignoring all negative thoughts isn't the way forward. You have to allow some of them because some of those negative thoughts aren't actually negative, but they just reveal truths that you don't want to hear. And so I want you to imagine this. Imagine yourself back when you were 10 years old and someone told you you weren't good enough. You could have, of course, shut those thoughts down and made yourself. Or you could have gotten better and get to the level where you are right now. And so obviously there has to be a balance between shutting down the negative thoughts and using them as inspiration. And it is your decision to decide which thought is which. Generally speaking, however, you can eliminate most negative thoughts, about 95%, and keep the other 5% as motivation to keep improving, to keep grinding. And so this is how I would recommend you to do it, but ultimately you have to decide. I have taught you how to get rid of those thoughts, and now it is your decision to decide when to get rid of which thoughts and when to listen to your negative thoughts. And so I hope that's clear. My name is Kirill. My goal is to inspire 10,000 good decisions. If this video helped you, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.